Hi guys, welcome in the YouTube channel. As I say always, thanks to followers. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. This is free and you just receive an email about the new video we put online, so that's great. And I would like to thank our Patreon, the Patreon who support us and help us to get a little bit of money to continue this travel. So this video is not the one was supposed to be because we get a little delay. Chloe get a family issue, so she have to left the boat, and so we're gonna get a new crew on board. Another lady which is called Joanna, which is from Germany. Joanna and family, if you look at us, hi. She's from the moment in Austria because she's waiting a degree ceremony, but she will be on board on Thursday, so we will probably leave on Friday for the Cape Verde. So we're looking very close this bad weather going up to the Europe. Apparently right now is in the Azores, but it's not gonna come south, so we're fine with that. What we're gonna see on this video, so on this video we're gonna speak about the provisioning, about preparing to go to Cape Verde. We're gonna speak about energy, the communication, a bit of fishing, the balance of the boat, where you put what, and we're gonna speak a little bit about how we do the night watch and how manage this. Then I'm gonna do soon, when we arrive in the Caribbean, a list of video, probably 50 to 100 video. We're gonna call it the essential to know how to sail on a boat in 5 minutes a day. So it will be like 50, 60, maybe 100 videos with small topic, 5 to 10 minutes. What is the 3 nuts I use the most of the time on board, what is the 5 most common issue on the marine engine, what is the best way to do this and that. So I will probably do a list of topics. So first of all, let me know if this will interesting you, like you want to get this video. Like I said, it will be 5 or 10 minutes with the essential topic. And if you get a list of topics you want me to talk about, please send a comment on bottom of this video, because I will prepare my list right now and prepare slowly the video to put them online probably in December or January. So see you in a minute about this. So guys, the provisioning. So the provisioning, first of all, you have to think, if you go a big crossing like this, there is a thing between the number of the crew, the size of the boat, and the weight of the boat. As you may know or may not know, in a monohull you can put like 20% of his weight, of his dry weight in top of it, and 10% on a catamaran. So this boat dry weight is 12 tons, 10 tons. So if you think a bit and you go for a boat we're gonna be like this, you can add 1,800 kilograms more than. C'est quoi ce bruit? Yeah, the provisioning. So the weight, as you know or you may know, on a monohull you can add 20% of the dry weight of the boat and 10% on the catamaran. So if you think about this boat, we weigh like 9 tons. You're gonna go maximum to 11 tons when it's full load, which means we have 600 liters of water, 200 liters of fuel. We have already 800 liters of liquid. When you add the weight of the crew, the weight of the luggage of each crew, we already get the tons of weight on board. So which means we can add 800 kilos. 800 kilos is nothing, because if you think about your tender, the engine of the tender, all the details like this is going very fast. So you have to reduce the weight. For the crossing, we're going to bring like 2 liters of a bottle of water for each crew per days, which in drinking water. We use the water on the tank just to do the dishes and get the washer and all of this. So 15-day crossing, 6 crew is about 360 liters of water more, so it's another 350 kilogram on board. I know you have to put the bottle where you can, but it's better to get it low under the floating line of the boat, and if it's possible close to the keels or close to the mats, down below. That will give a better balance on the boat. Then we get for this crossing like 15 kilos of rice, 15 kilos of pasta, so it's another 30 kilos, plus the food we have on the fridge, plus the bread, plus the can, plus. So you realize you really arrive very fast to the maximum load of your boat. So if you live on board like me, your boat gonna be probably under this water line, which is very bad things, and this is really not good for the safety. So you have really to think to get an empty boat as much as you can, even if you live on board. Stop to carry things on board all the time and bring them and get souvenir and think. You cannot do that, because you're never going to be on your line when you go far. And if you're not on your line, you slow down your boat. This is very good for you. This is very bad for your safety and for the rigging and everything on the boat. The boat is made to sail on its own weight, no more than this. So it's like if you get a car and it's always sitting on the back like this, and you burn tires, you burn your suspension, you burn everything because you're not on your load. This is the same for boats. So think about that. This is really important. So weight of the boat 10% if it's a catamaran, 20% if it's a monohull. So add the liquid you have, like the fresh water on your tank, the fuel, your tender, the outside engine, your luggage, your weight, the weight of the crew, the weight of the luggage of the crew, and the spare part and everything. You will see you really are very soon about the limit weight. After that, your boat just don't go. I mean, you carry too much weight. So that was my recommendation about the provisioning. Do it well, but do it light. Reduce the weight of what you have on board. Communication or energy first. Energy on this boat, I have so battery about 280 volt amps, which is two battery of 120 each. I get two solar panel about 100 watts in 12 volts, which is hooked to the battery through MTTP controllers. With this, I cover my autopilot and my fridge. I put all the boat in 12 volts, so LED light, USB plug for the telephone, USB plug for my Mac computer and everything. So that reduce a lot the consumption on board. For the solar panel, everyone gonna tell you take marinized solar panel, which is good for the sea because of this, because of that. This is I always prepare boat. The yacht I was on, my first boat, I did the same. I buy a solar panel from China, about $80 each for 100 watts. So I pay $160 for the $200 of my solar panel. We live on the sea, and they are really working well. What you have to know is the solar panel has come from the silice mine, and the only silice mine in the world from China or from South Africa, which means they all come from the same area. The difference is what we call sorry, I lose the word in English, quality control. But quality control is easy. If the solar panel is working or is not working. If it's not working, you send it back, but if they send it to you, it's working. If it's working, you got a warranty for 20 years. You're gonna lose like 1% per year, something like this, but they work. So if you can spend 500 euros for a solar panel, do it. But if you cannot do it like me, if you cannot afford it, go for really cheap Chinese solar panels. They send it to you for nothing, and that costs you $200 to get 200 watts. So if you need 300 watts for your boat, it's going to cost you $300. In top of that, I get a small Honda generator, you know, handle 1,500 watts or 1,800 watts. This is just a safety one. I can plug my shore plug on it to charge my battery if we don't have any sun, which is never the case. Wind generator, I'm not a fan of wind generator for two reasons. Normally when you sail, you go downwind, so the wind generator works less. And normally when you anchor in a place where there is no wind, because you want to be protected by the wind and the waves, so it doesn't work neither. So if you follow these two rules, normally your wind generator doesn't produce a lot, and it doesn't worth the price you put on it for the small amount of energy you have. And then we get the main engine. We make electricity too to charge the battery. So with my solar panel, the small Honda generator, and the main engine, we okay. On board, I assume we run the motor like 1 hour every 3 days to fill up the gap between my solar panel and what we use. That was for the energy. Communication. We don't have any communication on board when we are on blue water sailing, which means no satellite telephone, nothing like this. We get a spot 3. I don't know if you know this. The things is small things for hiking. We can send a position, so the people who are following us in YouTube get a position every 12 hours, so that allow you to send this position to a couple of email you choose before, and you can share it on your Facebook page too, so everyone is following us on the Facebook know where we are. This is even better than an iPub, because on an iPub you cannot send your position every 12 hours. You can do it with that. To get the weather, so we take the weather before we go. When you go for a crossing like this, is 14 days, so you get on the grips, with the grips you can get a 10 days weather windows, which is not really reliable. But when you are in the middle of the Atlantic, if they give you a 10 days weather window, at least you're going to get an 8-day one. If you are at the end of the 8 days, so you start from here, they tell you you're going to be good weather, and after 8 days here you're going to still have good weather. If you're here after 8 days, the time this is going to come to you, you will be arrived. So if the wind come down, anyway you're going to arrive, and if there is a big depression coming, the time she will take to come to you, you have plenty time to arrive before she be on you. So the only thing you have to do is when you arrive, check the weather to see if something back is coming in the next 3 or 4 days, to put yourself in a good area or good place to hide your boat. But most of the time, when you are down in Cape Verde, you are too low to get hurricane or thing like this, because Grenada is the bottom line when the insurance cover you, because they think no hurricane come there. You can get some tropical depression, but no hurricane. So Barbados is just above. You're never gonna get a hurricane in Barbados. So when we go Cape Verde to Barbados, most of the time you're safe. That's it. Okay, fishing. How we fish on board? We use lure. We are green and yellow. And we just put the line on board of the boat with a cleat. At the end of this line, I leave a bit of lack of line, and I put a bungee attached to the boat, and so the bungee allow us to, when the fish grab the line, to get absorb the chalk, and then on this bungee I put a Coca-Cola can. When a fish grab the lures, there is the attack, and the Coca-Cola line make a noise, bling 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 bling, and it's enough for you to know you have a fish on the end. So just pull it. I will show you later the lure we use on board. And then the night watch. For the night watch, so we do 12 hours watch from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning. And everyone do 2 hours. So we are 6 on board, everyone gonna do 2 hours. Why 2 hours? It's because most of the people have a sleeping cycle, which is an hour and a half. So you finish your watch, you go down, you take 5 minutes, you go on your bed, it takes you 10 minutes to fall asleep, you sleep an hour and a half, and most of the time you wake up before you watch ring or not ringing, so you are in your rhythm. If you don't do that, if you do a 3 hours watch, you're probably not gonna sleep 3 hours in a row, because it will let you need time to fall asleep, and you need time to wake up, so you will always wake up in the middle of the cycle, so you don't wake up well. So that's why I do a 2 hours watch. And what I'm used to do, I always do the watch which is 10 to midnight, and I give to my best crew the 6 to 8 in the morning, because I figure out 10 to midnight is always the time when we get the weather change on the sea a little bit. more wind or changing direction, and the one in the morning 6 to 8 when the sun come up also. So that's the two main points on the night. Most of the time from midnight 30 to 5 a.m. nothing happened. So that's what I do for the watch. And then I say to my guys, okay, listen, the wind is coming from 120 on the bow. If it's moved to 150, you follow it with the autopilot, plus 10, plus 10. If you're going up to 90, you follow it with the autopilot, plus 10, minus 10, minus 10. If it's going above that, just wake up me, and then with the strength. I say, okay, let's say we have 15 knots of wind. If we go up to 18, constantly you wake up me. And if you go low to this, you wake up me too. So they give us an easy range to know what they have to do. And then I just ask them to watch the boat around. Again, red light, everything is okay. Green light to green light, everything is okay. If it's red to green and green to red, you wake up me. And you don't wake up me if you see the boat way far and you cannot see or the green or the red light. Because if you cannot see the green or the red light, that means the boat is too far away. It will be probably 5 miles. So you don't take any decision when you get a boat at 5 miles. Take a decision when you can see the red or the green light of the boat. That means it's close enough, which is 2 miles, which is, I mean, 2 miles is a lot, which is way enough to take any decision to avoid collision. So that's what we do. Yeah, I hope I did through all the topics. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If it's the case, please thumb up. If you have any question, just ask us. As I say, I will make a list of video about the essential about how to sail in 5 minutes. If you're interested on that, please send me a couple of topics you want me to speak about. Subscribe to this video channel. Thanks to our Patreon, and see you next week. Bye bye.